Good morning, everyone. Now, today is a special day here in Korea called Teacher's Day. And that's why we see people selling carnation flowers on the streets and at stores even after Parents' Day. Now, when we're students, there wasn't a day passing by where we don't have complaints on teachers and how much we didn't appreciate them. But as we grow up, now and looking back at the young students, we shake our heads and say, how did our teacher put up with us for an entire year? I'd go crazy after a month. Also imagine, you work at a place where everyone stays the same age with the same crazy energy, but then you end up getting older. So on this Teacher's Day, please pay a visit to your teachers. And if you're too busy, maybe write them a letter, send a text message, or send them a nice song to show them how much you appreciate them. So here's a great song for teachers all over the world. This is Bruno Mars with Just the Way You Are. That was Bruno Mars with Just the Way You Are. And you guys are now tuning into What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, a couple of things I want to remind you guys. If you have an email and just want to say what's up to us here at What's Poppin', the email address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. Also, for those of you guys curious about a playlist, it's on our website, so come check it out. tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. And if you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter at TBS What's Poppin' and send us tweets. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, once again, it's that time for today's pick, where we choose an occasion and find what will go perfectly with it. Now, today, instead of giving you guys a phrase, I'm going to describe a scene for you so you can picture it better in your minds. Now, in the morning, you're in a great mood, and you start getting dressed, and you pick an outfit out that, you know, you think will look great on you, and you're thinking in the mirror like, I look good. Then you leave your house, and the weather is perfect. So you're in a perfect mood, you feel uppity up, and you feel so happy. And then you see a stranger walking towards you wearing the same exact outfit. Or, matters worse, he or she is your coworker, your classmate, or a friend who you don't even like, and you're stuck with this person who looks identically just like you for the whole day. Now, how do you feel? Honestly, how would that make you feel? Now, some of you might turn red, or you want to be changing your clothes right away, go home and, change right away. Or maybe some might smile and wave and have a great laugh about it. Or are you willing to make a comment like saying, I guess you got the memo about wearing the yellow dresses too. Or whatever the item could be. Or even make a compliment and congratulate the other person for having such great taste in their outfit. Maybe they're your soulmate. Who knows? Now, I know there are some people who'll be secretly thinking, I look so much better in it than they do. And that's still, better than feeling depressed and make your whole day a downer. Now, this kind of incident tells a lot about you. Now, if you're an optimistic person or a pessimistic person, of course. Now, here's a song. If you end up running into someone with the same outfit, pull out your MP3 player or your smartphones and listen to this great song. This is Lana Del Rey with Blue Jeans. That was Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey. Now, Lana Del Rey is an American singer-songwriter, and Del Rey started songwriting at the age of 18 and signed her first recording contract back in 2007. Now, she released her first self-titled album back in 2010. And then her second album, Born to Die, was released 2 years later and sold over 5 million copies worldwide to date. And it was the fifth best-selling album of 2012. Now, she's best known for her musical and cinematic sound, and she was influenced by artists like Elvis Presley, Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, Nirvana, and the list goes on. The song we played was her second album as well. Now, the next artist we're moving on to has been most successful on the R&B charts with 4 top 10 albums. Now, she has sold over 14.5 million albums in the U.S. and over 5 million albums worldwide. When she was young, she used to sing under the name Angie B. But now, she changed her name, and she goes by Angie Stone. Now, Angie Stone is an American R&B singer-songwriter, and as many successful R&B artists, she started her career in a local gospel group, of course, such as Singing Angels. But then she actually formed a rap trio instead called The Sequence. Now, the trio didn't last very long, but soon she got a chance to sing background vocals on Lenny Kravitz's 5th studio album, and later, she also wrote songs with D'Angelo. So with no further ado, I got my girl Angie Stone with a new single, Backup Plan. Yeah, that was Angie Stone singing Backup Plan. Now, we talked about Angie Stone briefly with Johnny Flo during the info section, of course, last week or a few weeks ago, well, when we're talking about D'Angelo, of course. And if you remember, they have children together, and one of her children, Diamond, became a singer-songwriter herself. Now, her kids and her family are on TV, a show called R&B Divas Atlanta, where it offers an inside look at how the award-winning singers balance their music careers and personal lives as they work towards producing an album in memory of Whitney Houston. Now, Angie Stone joined for the second season, or season 2, and the rest of the cast are Faith Evans, Kiki Wyatt, Monifa Carter, and much more, of course. Now, Angie Stone will be back for season 3, so if you're Angie's fans, don't forget to check out the upcoming shows. Now, moving on to our next artist. This person is another great R&B singer, and of course, one of my favorites, it's Maxwell. Now, the soul singer Maxwell announced only a few weeks ago that he will be hitting the road this summer for his summer solstice tour. Now, if anyone has seen him on tour, this is great news, of course, and hopefully he'll come to Korea as well. Now, critics say he's one of the few tried and true male R&B soul artists in the game right now. And that's very true. His sound, literally, I don't think anyone can imitate or fake it. He sounds so genuine. However, we can't help but ask ourselves, where is his music? His last album was Black Summer's Night, released back in 2009. And the album went, what? Platinum. And he got 2 Grammy Awards for it. But he hasn't come out with new stuff since. We're waiting for his new album. So Maxwell, if you're listening, please come out with a new album. And we got his song set up for you guys right now, which is going to be the last song for the first segment of our show. And the song is called Welcome. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. You guys know what today is. Today is Thursday, which means Mr. Johnny Flo will be joining us in the studio to give us some hip-hop tracks. Tracks that you don't want to miss out. If you don't know about hip-hop, he's going to learn you something. But stay tuned for that. But for now, a word from our sponsors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Check the Rhyme. We got a man, Johnny Flo, in the studio. Now, Johnny, did you write that theme song?
No, I didn't.
I don't know who wrote it. I'm just curious.
No.
A little old school. We need to upgrade that, don't we?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh, and there's some dude talking in the background. But we're not here to talk about the theme song. Team 1 made it. I don't know who Team 1 is.
Team 1 Sound, I think. They're my friends.
Oh, your Team 1 Sounds made this?
I think so. They never told me about it. But.
Well, you better... All right, anyways, we're here to talk about hip-hop music, of course.
Yes.
And you know what? It's a perfect time to go into some summer tracks. And I noticed that you brought somebody with a good summer track.
Yes. I brought some summer tracks because it's getting hot. It's getting hot. It's pretty hot this week. So.
But my week, actually, even though it's getting hot, I guess the sudden weather change, when it's too hot, too cold, you get sick easily, too.
Yeah, it happens because it's hot during the day and then really cold at night.
Exactly.
I guess the temperature change.
And I slept with the window open, froze my butt off. My bad, y'all. Yes, that's not really wise. And they'll have an album coming out next week.
Yes.
Anyways, we're talking about who?
Nelly.
Yes.
Hot in her. Her. Not here. It's her, right?
Hot in her.
It's getting hot in her.
Yes. Nelly. Oh, man, he old. I didn't realize how old he was.
He's 40 this year.
Wow, Nelly's 40 years old.
74, so
and if he's Korean, he'd be 41.
Yes.
Nelly.
Damn.
Good for you, dude, because I saw recent pictures and you don't look that old.
Yeah, he doesn't look that old.
He's still in shape, too.
Yep. And he's getting new girlfriends. He was dating Ashanti for a few years.
Okay.
And then now he's dating somebody named Miss Jackson.
It may not be no Janet Jackson.
No. It's her. She goes by Miss Jackson. I think her name is Chantel Jackson.
Okay.
But I think her alias is Miss Jackson, and she's an actress and a model.
Okay.
But the thing is, she's an ex-fiance of Floyd Mayweather.
Oh my God! You don't want that dude coming around.
But apparently, people think, or I think even Floyd Mayweather claimed that Nelly and they're friends.
Okay.
And I guess people are like, how can you do that?
That is weird, though. If you think about it, you're boys with somebody, like, hey, I'm done dating this girl. Your turn. Who does that? That's weird.
But that's why he wrote this long letter on, like an SNS.
Okay.
Saying, I'm not friends with him. Maybe he was friends with my ex-girlfriend, Shanti. And he sounded a little bitter, but...
So Nelly wrote that?
Yeah.
He clarified the fact that Floyd Mayweather and him aren't boys.
But he was like, you invited my ex-girlfriend to this party and that, but I wasn't there. I wasn't invited. So how are we friends?
Makes sense. Because that'd be weird if they were friends and they shared a girl.
That's a no-no. That's a bro code.
That's a big no-no. Anyways, talking about the song Hot in Her, released back in 2002. Now, this is one of his big hits, though.
I think it's probably one of his biggest hits.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the song. It's hot here. It's hot here. That sounds like the country version, doesn't it? My bad. All right, y'all. With no further ado, since the summer's coming up, it is really warm outside.
Yes.
And what do you want to do when it gets hot in here? Take off all your clothes. And that's what he talks about in the song.
Yes.
Check it out. This is Nelly with Hot and Her. That was Nelly with Hot and Her.
Yes.
Anyways, moving on to the next artist. We got who?
Jay-Z.
My man,
Jay-Z.
Jigga.
You heard about Jay-Z and Solange?
What?
You didn't hear about
What
that?
happened?
You know Solange is Beyonce's sister.
Beyonce's little sister, I know.
And there was a video clip that leaked a couple days ago where Solange started kicking and punching Jay-Z in the elevator.
Why?
Well, nobody knew why, but then it was Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange in the elevator and Bodyguard.
Okay.
And it was after like a big Met Ball or something. It was like a big event.
All right.
Like they were in tuxedos and dresses and stuff. And then all of a sudden, there's no audio. And then she started kicking him and punching him. And the security guard had to hold her back. And he put the emergency light on or the stop on in the elevator. And it went on for like 5 minutes.
Was Solange drunk?
No. And then today I found out that it was because, first of all, Solange started using his name to get her friends into the party or something, and then he got mad and said, "Stop using my name." And then,
okay. So, like, for instance, if you're at a club, you're like, guess what? Just say you're on Jay-Z's guest list.
Yeah.
So Solange's girls and boys come up like, hey, Jay-Z. All of a sudden, Jay-Z, of course you're going to be pissed off. Jay-Z's like, why are you getting all these people in?
Yeah, because people when they came to the party, they kept name dropping Jay-Z. Like, I'm Jay-Z's guest. And so the security guard came to Beyonce and Jay-Z and said, we have a problem.
You have too many people here.
Or that somebody's going around just dropping your name.
So apparently he blamed Solange.
No, so he went to Solange and said, "I'll tell them to stop using my name or dropping my name."
But and that's not something to kick somebody for.
And then she got upset, and then I don't know something. And then he's going to Rihanna's concert after party without Beyonce, and then Solange got upset about that and started kicking him in the elevator.
But Beyonce was there in the elevator.
No, but like another party that he's gonna go without her. I don't know. And then,
I didn't know there was drama like that in America.
And then Solange is upset because her career's not going well.
But that's not nothing to do with a temper tantrum and beat Jay-Z up for.
And Jay-Z promised her a major
record deal or something,
push or something, but it's not going through. And
Solange, put it this way: it's not your timing. Sometimes, you know, you might have the talent, but sometimes it's timing and luck. And just be happy for your sister and your brother-in-law. But right now, we're talking about Jay-Z's song.
Yes, I think it's his biggest summer song, or that I could think of.
Big Pimpin'.
Big Pimpin'.
Great song.
Big Pimpin'.
And what year did this song come out?
It came out in 2000.
Okay, so it's an oldie.
14 years ago, yeah.
14 years ago.
From his fourth album, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter.
Okay.
Of course, S. Carter being Sean Carter, Jay-Z. And it's produced by Timbaland. And actually, despite the commercial success, Jay-Z says that he doesn't like this song. Or that he hates the lyrics. Because he said that he had a chance to read it, just without the rap, years later.
Hold on. He wrote it, but then he don't like the rap.
Yeah, he said that he was reading it on paper, and it was too disgusting. He said, how can I write such a shallow, like, no depth and no meaning kind of lyrics?
So he's actually critiquing his own lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I mean, that could happen after a few years. If you haven't sang the song in a long time, you look back at it like, oh my gosh, I wrote these lyrics?
Yeah.
That could happen.
So it's too harsh to read.
Okay. Well, then we gotta, since we talked about Jay-Z a lot, we gotta get into the song right now.
Yes.
One of his biggest summer jams, of course. Jay-Z with Big Pimpin'. Okay, I see what Jay-Z's talking about. The lyrics. No, I'm joking. I like the song, so.
I like the song too, but I guess a little raunchy, so.
A little raunchy. But a lot of hip-hop tracks are.
Yes.
But now we're moving on to another hip-hop track.
Yes, I don't know if people call this a summer song.
Okay.
But I think of summer when I listen to it.
Okay.
It's the Game with Hate It or Love It.
Alrighty.
And I don't know if people are familiar with Game. They should be, I think. But he's a rapper from L.A., known as one of Dr. Dre's most notable protégés.
Okay.
And is considered to be one of the driving forces bringing back the Western hip-hop. I guess early 2000, like 2004, 2005-ish.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't like him at the time when he came out. I didn't think he was anything special. But now I listen to him more and more. I could appreciate him. And I guess he was in G-Unit with 50 Cent. And then there was a big, I guess, quote-unquote beef between the two.
Oh,
and it kind of ruined his career for a while.
Did he come out with like material that was dogging on 50 Cent?
Yeah, they both did. I mean, the Hate It or Love It has 50 Cent on it, but this was before the fight. The fight itself was stupid too. 50 Cent was mad because he had beef with like Ja Rule and other people, and the Game just refused to be part of it.
All right, so 50 Cent was being childish, but like, if you're part of my crew, you have to hate the same people I hate.
And then he wasn't,
childish,
so
man.
he kicked him out of G Unit.
That is mad childish, man. Oh, 50. I don't want to bump into him in the street, though. He'd kick me. But,
he'd kick you.
like, boom!
Hey, Brian, and just kick you.
Yeah, like, I heard that comment you said on What's Poppin'. I tune in every day. Boom! And just kick me. That's gonna hurt. Anyways, the game, hate it or love it. Why do you feel like this is a summer track?
Because for me, I used to work I was in high school, and I used to have a part-time job after school. And I would listen to this and walk to wherever I worked. Like, I worked at a golf range.
During summer break.
Yeah, I worked at a golf range. And
I did too.
Walk.
I was a caddy.
Oh, I was at a range, like, just collecting buckets.
I was a caddy. I had to carry around those bags. I got paid $40 per person.
Per person?
Per person who I caddied for. So if they were golfing for like 4 hours, I'm only making $40 in 4 hours. So $10 an hour.
That's not bad, though.
It is bad, because if you get one person a day, that's all you get, $40 a day.
Oh, yeah. But you have to wait around all day.
Exactly, because there's a lot of caddies waiting.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Alrighty, well, we're going to play a throwback summer jam for Johnny Flo. This is the game with Hate It or Love It. Alrighty, that was the game with Hate It or Love It. Now, I can see that being a summer track.
Yeah.
But it's feel good, even though it's got that, slower beat to it.
Yes, it's West Coast.
Yes, very West Coast. But, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to wrap up our show. But like we said, thank you for tuning in all the time. And Johnny Flo has educated y'all with some hip-hop, some feel-good songs today for the summertime. So if you guys are kind of bored, stressed out, listen to these tracks again. Go on our playlist. Come check it out on our website.
Yes.
And just look up these songs. They're great songs. But for now, we have the last song for our show. This is Charlie Wilson with I Still Have You. And I want to thank Johnny Flo once again for coming out today.
Of course. See you next week.
All right, this is Brian Ju and
Johnny Flo
signing off. Peace.